We grow up trying to have self-discovery. We try new things. You can go back and think about your childhood, everything that you tried, whether it was sports or music or art or theater or whatever it was. Like, you tried a ton of things. You took different classes. You knew that you liked English and weren't so great at math, but you worked extra hard because you wanted to get an A. Like, you were constantly pushing and changing and trying and doing. And you weren't afraid to do it. You weren't afraid. Like, there's a chapter in my book, Put on the Skates, and it's about when I took my boys skating, ice skating for the first time. They didn't give a shit that they kept falling down, that their pants were wet, that they, couldn't figure it out. Like, they didn't care. They weren't self-conscious. They weren't like, oh my God, what's everyone going to think of me? They were just determined to learn how to skate. And then they wanted to do it again. They wanted to do it all over again. But what happens is we do all these things, and then we get into our 20s where we're supposed to be adults. We're supposed to have it figured out. When people say, what do you want to be when you grow up? And so we do the things, right? We go get the job, and we keep working, and then we find a spouse, and we settle down, and we have a couple kids, and we get a house. And we keep working, and we have another kid, and we keep working and working and working and working. And we're like, I want to achieve more. I want to make more money. And once I do that, then I'm really going to be fulfilled. And we're like, whoa, why am I not fulfilled? Why do I feel like I'm having a midlife crisis? It's because you stopped doing the little passionate things that you love, the little butterfly goals, trying new things, stretching yourself, because you put all your eggs in the career and family basket, which, hey, those are great baskets. I got a lot of eggs in my family and career basket, and I love everything about that. But when I start working on me, when I start saying, what does Tara want to do? What would be a cool thing for me to personally work on? That doesn't have to do with money, that doesn't have to do with success, that just has to do with something I've always wanted to do. And I've got a lot of crazy things that I've done. I went on the game show. I said, I'm going to get on that damn game show. I'm going to go get on the game show. And I figured out a way to make it happen. I wrote the book without a publisher, without no idea of how I was going to get the book in anyone's hands. I just figured it out.